All right, welcome to the episode. Welcome to the podcast. I'm really excited about this. This is our first one. We are getting out of the gate to really help people in the medical space that are in leadership. So I don't care if you're a pharmacist, if you're a physician, if you're a nurse practitioner, physician assistant, physical therapist. If you take care of patients and you're in leadership, then we're here to help you. We're here to equip you. And that's what we're going to do. Coming at you every so often to equip you to be the best leader you can be. And today we're talking about personal leadership, because if you want to lead other people, you got to learn how to lead yourself. So how do we do that? Well, we don't want to be subject to the whirlwind. What's the whirlwind? The whirlwind is all the things we deal with every day, right? Our schedules, the patients that we see, our call, our malpractice insurance payments in general, the hospitals that we work for, the companies that we work for. If we are not intentional about what we want to do, we find ourselves kind of just caught. So we're going to do three things. I'm going to give you three ideas today to help you overcome what I like to call the medical whirlwind. So number one, we are going to get organized and set boundaries. I know this is going to seem crazy to you, but when I went through medical school, never once did someone ever tell me that I was in charge of me, right? I just was believing the system. The system told me that I would work for a hospital or I'd work for a practice, and then I would just show up on the job and know what to do. Well, I was trained to treat lots of different things. What I decided very quickly was if I didn't tell people or tell patients or tell hospitals when I was going to work, if I didn't tell people what I was going to do, and most importantly, if I didn't tell people what I was not going to do, then the system would delegate to me the things that I didn't want to do. I would not be in control, right? And that's the first way to just get out of control, right? So number one, we got to set boundaries. What are we going to do? What are we not going to do? And when are we going to do it? All right. The second thing I want you to focus on is getting your chart of accounts in order in your life. What am I talking about? So, number one, what are your personal relationships? That could be marriage, that could be your kids, that could be your parents, that could be personal relationships with friends or coworkers. Number two is your practice or your pursuit of medical excellence. That's a specific part of your life that if you've just started practice, it's probably taken a lot of your time so far. So putting that in its own lane is important. What faith practice do you follow? What do you do for hobby? What do you do in fitness or athletics? What do you do in finances? Each of those things, you have to decide what's important, what are your goals, and what's the vision that you have. If you don't have vision for any of those things, then once again, you're going to be subject to just the rigmarole, the whirlwind of life. And just like fitness or finances, you won't be getting the results that you want. Finally, we're going to set priorities. We're going to figure out what those chart of accounts are. So the chart of accounts that we just talked about, faith, family, relationships, practice, whatever those things are, which one is most important right now? This idea that work-life balance is mutually exclusive, that it's two things, is craziness, right? If you took all the things in your life and tried to put them into two different categories, it'd be impossible. Most likely it's like 10 different categories. So it's important for you to prioritize those things, or nothing is a priority. So real quickly, in summary, what are the things we're going to do? Number one, set boundaries, get organized. What are you going to do? When are you going to do it? And what are you not going to do? Number two, make sure that you get your chart of accounts. The first thing you got to do is list them out and have vision for them. And the third thing you got to do is set priorities. What's most important and what's most important right now. So thanks for joining us. If you like the content, please leave us a comment, subscribe, share this with other people to get the word out, because we believe that you are the best leader for your patients.